definitely up and coming. He does have like strengths and weaknesses, I would say, in various matchups. Like he is very strong in spacey matchups. That's also mostly because we have a lot of spacies in the region we're in, basically. He tends to struggle a bit more against floaty matchups, even though he defeated Deity.
Okay. So but maybe his strength is in his punish game more so than his neutral?
Yeah, his punish game. Though his neutral has gotten better throughout the years, and that's why he's one of the best players in Skåne now. So.
And this is an interesting matchup. It's one of the rare true attrition matchups in the game, right?
Yeah.
The goal in this matchup is not really to do more damage, it's just to outlive your opponent as long as you can, right?
And to control the center, like
control
really
the center
hard.
And basically force your opponent into stalemates until they decide to pick a bad choice, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like Ice Climbers actually have some very nice options in neutral when both of them are there. Like Blizzard desyncs into up airs are very difficult for Puff to get through because they cover so much space horizontally and vertically.
It covers like the favorite spot of Puff as well, which is up and forward compared to the opponent, right?
And it is possible for ICs to get grabs in this matchup. A bit trickier than most matchups, but it is still possible, and we see it time and time again.
Windows, right? You have to get Puff as she lands.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen too often.
And another scary thing for Puff is, as we see, these smash attacks, they kill her very early, and if they come out of nowhere, they can catch Puff with bad DI, and she can die as low as like 50 sometimes out of nowhere.
But then again, would you agree that this is one of the most cute Sopo matchups?
Oh yeah.
Once Nana is gone, is there
so
anything
rough.
Sopo can actually do?
Not much.
Not much, right?
Like I remember back in like 2014 or 2015, there was Hack came to Denmark to a tournament in Denmark, and he played against Tomber and he abused Jigglypuff's nair, like Jigglypuff's fadeaway nairs against Sopo. And there was not much Sopo could do about that because nair was just beating everything Sopo was throwing. So. It's a very strong option.
I'm not going for the rest on Nana. That will be enough anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, this is so rough for Sopo.
Okay, interesting fair, good spacing.
But you know, we've seen, if you remember Evo 2013, the amazing comebacks that Wobbles did.
Yeah, I guess.
Getting those reverse up smashes. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
The kill power is there, it's just that neutral is so terrible.
It's just that you have so few chances, and if you miss them, there won't be like, you know, you have to take them when they appear, and it's not easy at all.
And Poop just keeping him like cornered, just throwing him off constantly.
Like we said, the goal of Puff here is not really to get a quick stock. It's not really to go aggressive. It's just to maintain bad situations for Ice Climbers again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And this is a huge lead because now Rest is absolutely an available option. Even though Ice Climbers are some of the best punishers for Rest because they can just wobble.
Yeah.
With a 2-stock deficit, it means Puff has 2 chances at least to get a Rest going. Even just resting Nana and taking the punish would be super worth it at this point.
For sure.
So let's see if that happens. That could have been a Rest. It decides not to.
But yeah, Poop doing a very good job at just hitting Nana like constantly, even though she's right next to Popo, just catching these really like small windows where he can hit her. It's very nice.
That was a great back
yeah, that's all about over for Fury for this first game.
I would be surprised. We should. I think he would need at least one SD from Poppmaister to bring this back, but that's probably not happening.
Yeah.
From Puff players too often.
So yeah, I think Fury will have to. I feel like he's made it a bit too easy for Poppmaister to get pokes in on him in this match. Like he's made it a bit too easy for Poppmaister to just like get in with back airs and nairs
so
and all that.
How should he try to stop that then?
I think he has to have he has to establish a much stronger neutral, establish those Blizzard desyncs, create the wall basically, make it harder for Puff to get the pokes. Because if she gets the pokes, it's gonna get very easy for her to separate them.
Yeah.
Like Puff is ridiculously difficult. For oh wow, okay, never mind. We're going to Fox.
The classic counter pick when you don't know what to do against Puff.
This is not a matchup we see very often in tournament, by the way.
No, actually, no, not really.
Not really, no. We only see it in 60% of matches in top 8s at American tournaments. Nah. All jokes aside, I don't think it's easy to just pick Fox on Poppmaister because this is the matchup he's the best at. Like Like
As most buffs, right?
yeah, he's played it a million times.
Bad DI, under
Yeah.
rest,
Bad
no
DI,
punish
yeah.
possible. Okay, up smash. That's pretty good actually.
He didn't
Was
even
very
try.
close to the
Yeah, that's true.
platform.
So yeah, Poppmaister not a stranger to this matchup. Like in Skåne, like at least 5 or 6 of our top 10 players are Fox mains. So that's just.
I'm a little bit surprised by the choice because Fury doesn't seem to be aware of the options. Like I see him not crouching the aerials from buff in spite of being at like 10%. And that's one of the biggest thing in the matchup. You want to be crouching buff aerials at low percent.
Yeah.
You want to be lasering. Not anymore, depending on the percent. But right now, 118 up air doesn't connect anymore. So that's when you want to be lasering more again. You don't want to laser between 80 and 100, basically. That's when it's not worth it anymore. And then after that, you can laser again.
Exactly. You want to keep that percentage for the up throw up air.
You want to keep the up throw up air available
Range.
as long as possible, right?
So yeah, they're gonna wait it out.
A classic decision on the stage.
I think one of the other weaknesses for Poppmaister is I would say mindset sometimes, because I feel like when things don't go well for him, it can kind of get in his own head, and he kind of starts thinking too much about the fact that he's playing poorly or something.
I see.
So it will be something that's important for him this tournament is how well he can keep his composure, I would say.
That was
because
once again
we
a
are probably going to see him in top 8. He is most likely seeded like 6th or something, 5th or 6th. So
that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to watching him against maybe Android or Living V, right?
Or Yade, actually. That could be fun too. So yeah, pretty solid set by Poppmaister. That was a double 3-star. But yeah, Fox, as I said, not some. You can't just pick up a pocket Fox and beat someone who plays against Fox all the time.
You need at least the knowledge, right?
You need the knowledge.
Not seeing the crouches was a problem. The DI on the rest was a problem. Even on the second rest, right by the end, right? He DI'd and he died on the side, but that was still too slow. He had to DI down and away if he wanted to full punish on the rest.
Exactly.
And he didn't. So you need to be aware of these things because these small advantages, they stack up. They stack up, and against a better player, you want to take all of them.
Yeah.
You want to bring the edge back to you. And
you also need to be aware of Puff's typical defensive options in the matchup, like wave dash back, very important to keep track of, because so many Foxes I see just run in on Puff and just get wave dash back grabbed. Like,